One, two. Where we at with this? Let me get this level a little better here. Yeah. Now we talking. I like that. Come on in, everybody. Pull up a chair. Make yourself comfortable. Yeah. I know this may be a little up-tempo. It's the kind of stand-up kind of beat. Like, I can't even sit down to this. Frida Gillespie in the building. What up, Free? Happy Sunday, mama. Happy Sunday, everybody. Give another minute, let this ride out for a second. Like, we're just gonna let this rock. Like, it's gonna be issues down the line, but we'll work that out. We'll iron out the minor details later. But for now, we about to get it on. One, two. Happy Sunday, everybody. It's your man, Ace World, the host with the most, pulling up live up in here. Got the co-host, T. Roni Robinson in the building. What's up, T. Roni? How you doing?
What's up, Ace? How you doing?
All good. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Sunday Night Smoke Podcast. How's everything, baby? Everything is all good. How was your weekend?
It was great. It's hot outside, loving the air. Less bugs around, so that's always good. Yes. Clap, clap, clap. How was yours?
All good. Nice and quiet as usual. Just I just be chilling out, laying low, taking it nice and easy. We got a few. Oh man, we got the heavy hitters in the building. Hold on, let me acknowledge these people pulling up in here. First, we have Ted Hicks in the house. We got Helga in the building, world famous. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yes.
Tony D in the place to be. We got the heavy hitters in here. We ready to roll up. If anybody want to pull up, we may end up we're gonna unroll something first, and then if y'all want to pull up, we're gonna work it from there. We was have a guest in the building. Yes. I was like, where you at, daddy? Yo. I'm gonna pull Iz up right away. We got Iz in the house. Izzy hi. He gonna be up in here with us. Tony D, you know I'm ready.
Oh boy, Tony's ready.
He's gonna be happy. I kind of wanted to give Iz the shine. He's gonna, I gotta, we're gonna put everybody in eventually, but I gotta give him the floor because this is my, you know what I mean? This is this is his, you know what I mean? Yeah, this is my man. So do you have an invite, Iz? Does your Let's see. Uh, Let me send him. I think you should be set up. Hang on a second. Is Yes, you should have an invite in the box. You should probably join broadcast actually is in the meanwhile, what were we saying? Yeah. So we got some heavy hitters in the building. All right, take your time, is we're gonna walk them into this nice and slow as usual. You know how we do it. You heard? So this is what we're gonna do. Hang on one second. Let me work this out like this. Uh, so what we're gonna get into in today's bag, we have the human racists.
No.
Okay, all right. Not a popular
Ease
topic,
back.
but we're gonna
Ease
go into
back.
this. We're gonna yeah. We're gonna ease into this nice and easy, right? We're
Yes.
gonna go through a couple of things today. It's a controversial topic, but not necessarily controversial. These are things that need to be spoken about, right?
Hmm.
So what we're gonna do is first we're going to let me see, let me try to pull this up first and
How
hope
do you
this
take a
fits.
property just
Nope, we're not gonna do that. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna roll into this nice and easy, right?
Yes.
And what we're gonna do is we're gonna review what this whole this is gonna be systematic racism for beginners. All right. So we're
Okay.
gonna walk your way through systematic racism 101. For those that are oblivious to what it is, we're gonna walk you through this, and then we're gonna get back, and then we're gonna proceed and do a couple of other things. All right. So let's go. Where we at?
You might think racism in the US is really a case of a few bad apples. A racist cop here, a so called Karen there, a leader of a white supremacist group. You know, people who deliberately hate. But we can't blame racism in America on just a few bad apples. Think of our nation's problem as more like an apple pie, with the racial injustice baked right into every aspect of our society. Meet Ebony and Emily, two American babies, one black, one white, born at the same time, same place, but Ebony will not get an equal slice of the pie, and that starts from birth. Because of her race, Ebony is 3 times more likely than Emily to die in the hospital as a newborn if her doctor is white. And once Ebony and Emily go to school, while both girls occasionally misbehave, studies show they won't face the same punishment. Ebony is 7 times more likely than Emily to be suspended, and 4 times more likely to be arrested on campus. When the two girls grow up and apply for jobs, odds are fewer employers will call Ebony back because she has a black sounding name. And even though Emily and Ebony will get the same college degree, once Ebony is hired statistically as a black person, she'll make an average of 25% less than Emily. So why didn't Ebony get an equal slice of that apple pie? It's because systemic racism is built into our country's DNA. In the 17th and 18th centuries, wealthy white men needed land, so they took it from indigenous people and then forced blacks into slavery. To justify using blacks for free labor, the whites in power promoted a myth that blacks were inferior. And as Seattle based author Ijoma Oluo points out, our nation's institutions, politics, and policies were designed against the backdrop of that money driven lie that black people just weren't as worthy or as capable as whites.
Our school systems were built around this. Our economic systems are built around this. Our government systems were built around this. And it is simply that things were designed to uphold this story, to uphold this exploitation.
And even though slavery ended here more than 150 years ago, the racism that fueled it persists in systemic ways today. White Americans now hold 85% of this country's wealth. Black Americans, just over 4%, and Hispanics, just over 3%. People of color, people like Ebony, are statistically more likely to be impoverished, incarcerated, and face discrimination in healthcare. Emily may have her own barriers in life, but her skin color won't be one of them.
It's not someone said, here's your wealth because you're white, here's your status because you're white. It simply means that the barriers that we placed in front of people of color were not placed in front of you. Now, you may have a whole nother set of barriers, right? You may have barriers of disability, barriers of class, barriers of immigration status, so many other barriers that were placed in front of you. But acknowledging privilege is simply acknowledging if we also took that other set of barriers that we place in front of people of color, you would stumble even further.
So even though you may not consider yourself a bad apple, a racist cop, a so-called Karen, or a member of an extremist group, Aluo says you may have played a role, even if you have the best intentions.
Instead of this whole, let's all learn to be best friends and love each other, you can love someone of a different race and ethnicity and still actively participate in their oppression based on how you vote, based on what you bring up in your office meetings, based on where you spend your money.
It's not too late to change the recipe of the most American apple pie.
Let me bring you up, big brother. Is okay. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce Izzy High in the building. How you doing, brother? You want me to give you a minute?
Nah, I'm good. I don't need no minute. I'm good. Everybody know who I am.
Yes, sir. Izzy High in the building
right now.
Salute, my brother. Thank you for joining us for this evening's exciting episode of Sunday Night Smoke. The topic is the human racists. Now, I know that that's kind of your lane, so I definitely wanted to plug you into this episode right here. Pick your brain, ask you a couple of things, get the real raw, uncut.
That's right.
I need that real raw shit.
Let's do
You
it.
know what I'm saying? I'm gonna big up a couple more people in the shout out in the chat room. We got
Shatira, gotta say
in
to
the
my girl
building.
Shatira and Juice World and Rob. What's up, y'all?
Black Light Reservations. I mean Revelations. Excuse me, Revelations in the house. I stay chopping up names. So thank you for the assist on that. Yeah. So you bring your gang. Yeah, let's do it.
Can anybody hear me?
I hear you, Roni. Can you hear Roni?
I can hear her.
We can hear you, Roni. You in the building, baby. You in the house. You in the house. Izzy High. This is my co-host T Roni. T Roni. This is Izzy High, the world famous.
Hello.
Yes, sir. This is our guest in the building for tonight. So, on that 101 layout right there, that was pretty much the layout on systemic racism. Roni, of course, I figure you have something to say about that right out the gate. You want to touch on that before I pull Iz up in the building? Talk to me, mommy.
Yes. Okay. I loved everything about it. It was very concise, no emotion whatsoever. A person will still listen to this and still think, there's no such thing, where it definitely does exist. So claps to all of that. Whoever did that article was amazing.
That was fair use, by the way. I pulled that off of YouTube, fair use, because I pretty much broadcast back, so it's a loop. So yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
That's what that is. But so that's what you got on that. All right. So Iz, talk to me, big brother. Because I know we've been there. So let's go.
Yeah, I liked the video. It was a good video for really
It was basic.
For a basic understanding, but
because we have a large audience. Is so I mean we have a lot of we have an ethnically diverse audience. That's why I needed to we know we speak on certain platforms where we have certain audiences, but this is a wide general audience. So I wanted to lay out kind of like a 101 to kind of give the those that don't understand what it is. And now let's get into it. I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother. Continue.
No,
Now
absolutely.
you can get deep. Mm-hmm.
What it is the only issue I have with that video
Mm-hmm.
is it's a true video. Everything she said in it is true. But this concept of racism and racist, right? Individualized people saying, "Oh, you're racist." A lot of people don't understand that, and that's the very nuanced part of racism that people don't get, in my opinion. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the only thing that I would probably have a issue with is that they didn't go into that a little bit deeper.
That's
You
why you here, brother. I would like you to identify this because we cannot attack a problem
know?
without being able to identify it. Correct? And this
Right,
is one of your quotes
right, right.
from from a cast that I was on with you. So can you help people? Because remember, this is we're gonna walk them through this slowly. I don't want to kill your whole evening, but we're gonna walk them through this slowly. Could you help identify this for those that cannot identify what this really kind of is?
Okay.
For those having difficulties with it.
Yeah, I can. So I want people to understand that there is bigotry, there's prejudice, and there's racism. Okay,
Mhm.
two of the three are 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 one thing, and then another thing, racism is a whole different thing. So when you hear some white dude sit around and call, black folks N words or moon crickets or whatever, right? That's prejudice. And I want people to understand that's prejudice. That is not racism. Now, does that attitude support racism? Absolutely. But that itself is not racist. You have to understand this. And this is the reason why people get this word twisted. This is why today you have a lot of people taking advantage of this movement and trying to turn it around and make it seem like everyone can be racist.
Everything is, yes.
Right. And we have to make sure that we cut that out. And the only way we can do that is to make sure people understand that racism is an action. It is not a person saying this or that, or, it's an action. And that action is systemic, that action is consistent, and that action is ongoing at all times, and it evolves over time. And so when you're able to recognize that, you can sit here and be like, you're a racist, you're a racist, you're a racist,
Mhm.
but you're giving people the wrong idea. This is why we need to kind of try to stop saying, nah, that was that was racist. No, it wasn't. It was prejudice. It was bigotry. You know what I mean? Um,
Right.
Racism is literally going to affect your life.
Mm.
Literally.
There's
You see what
levels to
I'm saying?
this shit.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there's levels. And so we have to
Mhm. Mhm. I'm
it's
sorry.
going to touch you from it's going to touch you from education, socially, judiciously,
Mhm.
government,
Right.
laws. You see what I'm saying? Every portion of your life is literally going to be affected by it. So therefore, no, this idea of individual racism, like this individual you're racist shit, that shit is for the birds, and it's a false flag and it's a false narrative. We have to understand.
Facts, facts, facts. Now from there, right? So now, like, I hope people get a better understanding of that. I hope they really, people in the chat and everybody out there within ears range can kind of understand that breakdown right there.
Mhm,
Because remember, we're doing this for the layman. This is all in layman's terms, so we're gonna try to keep this as simple as possible. All
mhm,
right. Um. Now we want to the other day, even though this might be old news, because I just want to brush over five quick topics with you. Is the other day we had we want to brush over this. It may be old news, but let's brush over this Juneteenth.
right.
I just want to touch this real quick before we get back into it.
Mhm,
Right. I should have started with this and then got deeper, but we're gonna start the Juneteenth thing. It seems that black people love symbolism. We love a holiday.
mhm.
Uh, um, let's see what else. Harriet Tubman possibly on a $20 bill instead of more $20 bills.
Right.
Right.
Love placate.
A black vice president.
Mm-hmm.
So we love symbolism. We love the way things look,
We
right?
love
Opposed to
placate.
getting actual results when it comes to certain things, right?
Absolutely.
So, like, I'm gonna give my layout. Um, Actually, no. Let me get you guys layout because this I always try to just not let it be about me. I don't want to be the host and just be the fucking the it's me. Nah. What you think about Juneteenth, Roni? Because me and Iz had this talk already on his show. How you feel about that, Ro?
As the holiday, I mean, the fact that it's represented as a federal holiday, okay, that's new. But um, most African Americans who already understood the importance of the holiday were already celebrating. So that's one part. Um, but the fact that it is a federal holiday, and I guess it ties into the whole thing about what you said about symbolism. Um, Part of it is slave mentality where we have to show it. We need to be a face, and that's why the symbolism is important. I mean, the symbolism is important, but it should not be the thing that gets us up and going to fighting for what we need. As far as people of color in general, we can't hold on to symbols because they could take the symbols away from us, and then what we got left, right? What we have to fight for is the identities behind the symbol. And if we look at that thing, that those identities, that's where the real part of it is embedded in us. So that's my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, that's listen, that's what we asking. Is it's on you because I'm a bad third on this one.
Yeah,
What you think about this, dude?
you know how I feel about it. I can't stand it.
Let them know. No, let them know. Let us know, man. I know, and
So,
you know, but I want to let them niggas
yeah,
know.
fucking Juneteenth
Tell me.
federal holiday. I didn't need motherfucking federal government to fucking tell me shit about shit because I was celebrating this shit well before this. So fuck a holiday. Fuck your bullshit. Argument. I don't want the placation. I want justice. So fuck a holiday. Fuck a goddamn placating $20 bill, motherfucker. No, give me more money. Give me my reparations. You want to help me out? Do something. Give me some justice. Let my son live and walk down the street without worrying about getting killed by a police officer. How about that? Do that.
Right. We need to touch the apple pie, not just the apple, right? We need
Mhm.
to get into the core of the apple pie, what they were saying about the systemic racism. It's about it's more than just okay, we got this. So yeah. And
Mhm.
still, oh, Juneteenth is a holiday, but we can
Look,
still have racism in working spaces or
shit.
stereotypes of the numbers. I don't know. So I agree with you.
Right.
Fuck the
Also,
numbers.
I
My shit is
actually
this.
kind of have an issue with it also, and I'm gonna be honest, and I know some white folks might get a little offended by this.
Go in, man. We
But
just
I'm
up
gonna
in
have
here.
to be honest. I
You can
don't
go.
I don't want white folks getting a payday off for shit that they put us through. Why?
Rewind that.
You know what I mean? Why are they getting a payday off? Now they're benefiting. Benefiting off of their fucking clear racism, right? That's racism. That is racism right there in your face.
So the criminal, so the perpetrator of the crime gets to get paid for perpetrating the crime.
Right. Because right now because it's already think about this.
That's
It's
terrible.
to them, this
Mhm.
is this is a blow up and a glow up for white people. You know why? Because white people get to say Juneteenth, that was the day that all the slaves went free. This is the day that slaves were there.
We
And
set you
we
free.
freedom. We freedom. Look at us. Look at good on us. Look at us. This is a way for white folks to smack themselves on the back and be like, yeah, we're such great
We,
people.
we did something. Didn't we do you guys a favor? We did you niggas a favor out this motherfucker.
That was so unracist of us, isn't it?
Exactly. Well, where's the realism about it, right?
Yo,
I mean, the
tell me about
Friday was the Juneteenth, and most BIPOCs had to work that Friday.
my whole shit is black like Hallmark is gonna make money on Juneteenth. How many black businesses will capitalize on Juneteenth? Zero.
How
That's
many
how many
how
black
many black
businesses are gonna
businesses does
capitalize
Juneteenth, the
black
federal
light.
holiday, bring into order? How many? How
You know
many
what I'm
black
saying?
businesses?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nah, I'm good.
Oh boy. That's some bullshit. We're gonna move on. All right. I don't even gotta say nothing because you said it all for me. I don't gotta say nothing. Man. Let's move forward to we've been seeing recently a lot of violence perpetrated against blacks, mostly by Asians. Besides the usual black on black crime, we'll own that. We're gonna take an L for that. We're gonna own the black on black crime. We're gonna police violence in our community. We're gonna take that L. But let's talk
That's
about
another
the
discussion.
Asian. Let's talk about the Asian against black
Okay.
crime. Now, the Asian has been crime victim recently, right?
Yes.
They've been crime victim, right?
Yes.
But every time I turn around, they whooping some black woman's ass in
Mhm.
a store,
Mhm.
right? And that shit is trash. They got somebody at gunpoint most recently. At gunpoint, beating the shit out of somebody. And at what point were they? Why were they not? I'm not asking you this question, but I'm saying that's as seen possibly a kidnapping charge.
Mhm.
Um, there's a lot of heavy shit that goes in with it. But now, since the Asians have been crime victim, they're they had an Asian hate crime bill passed.
Mhm.
Right.
Where's the black hate crime bill for all of those that do we need to put pressure on these politicians for a black hate crime bill? Because blacks have been getting punished in this country since the Mayflower pulled up after Thanksgiving.
Right.
I mean, you have more history than me, so I can't put the dates on it, but I'm just throwing some shit out there. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? We've been getting fucked up since we fed these motherfuckers.
Right.
Where's the fucking yeah, facts. Yeah, that's some bullshit. Yeah, all right, chill. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. So where is the crime bill?
Mhm.
Where's the fucking hate crime against blacks? And we were the first people that the
Just trying to
hate
fight
crimes were fucking perpetrated.
for years.
Damn it.
But it's called the hate crime. It's called the hate crime bill. The regular hate crime bill. That's ours.
Oh, is it? But how many people are under this motherfucker that actually do
Everybody's supposed to be
hung
under.
from trees? Is
It's
the
supposed to
question.
be everybody's supposed to be under it. That's why it's so funny that Asian folks became a protected class after that bill. That's literally what they are now. They are protected people.
Even and before the Latin American one.
Yep.
So the Asian one came out first, and then the one for that. And we still, so everybody's gonna get an independent. This is why kind of people like get mad at us because
So we pave a yellow brick road for all these other people to come in after us. No disrespect for those listening that came in after us, but you got to understand where we're coming from. So no apologies. Fuck that. You understand what I'm saying? No apologies. Zero fucks given at this point. We just keeping this shit a band, right?
Right.
So we pave a yellow brick road for everybody to follow,
Mhm.
right? On our blood, sweat, tears, dead bodies dangling from trees,
Mhm.
bodies dropping dead in cotton fields
Right.
for hundreds of years of slavery for free, building up all of this wealth, all this generational wealth, all of these major companies that are major players in this day and age, in this era to this very day.
Mhm.
But there's no hate crime bill against us. That makes no fucking sense. I can't even fathom this shit. Wouldn't you think that we're the first ones covered? Now, specifically, now they say, oh, we can't make a specific legislation for a certain class of people, but yet
Mhm.
they turn around and make one for Asian.
Mhm.
They turn around and make one for other races, but yet in the beginning they say, well, we can't make a civil rights act just for blacks or
Right.
civil rights legislation just for blacks. We have to include quote unquote minorities,
Mhm.
right? because the wordplay, you got to peep the wordplay. The wordplay is very fucking tricky. The wordplay is some bullshit, right? Minorities. But now in 2021, with the new president in office, we see that things are being geared to certain ethnic groups all of a fucking sudden. How do y'all feel about that shit?
Uh,
Brony, take it first. Or is whoever got
look,
smoke. I see smoke coming out your mouth right now,
let
nigga. Go in.
because
Go in, is fuck that.
I'll
It's your
tell
day.
y'all.
Go for it.
um,
Get it popping, nigga.
no, the fact of the matter is, we got to be honest about this shit. What he's doing is he's building a new base for the Democratic Party, and that new group
Mhm.
is anybody other than black folks. And the thing
Minority
is
groups.
they are tired of counting on black folks because whenever the fuck they need us and we come through for them, they don't ever give us nothing. Now we're starting to speak up on it and they don't like that shit. Now they're getting pushback. Now they're like, oh, the Dems is like, oh, well, yeah, we can't do that for you. But then, like I said, like you just said, you do it for all these other groups because what they're doing is they're building a new base and they're trying to get solidify their base so they can keep office, and that's all this shit is.
Facts. Because what happens is the more illegals that they allow to come in, right? The more illegals that are allowed to come in, right? More that they say, oh, we got to legalize them quick, right? We got to get them to vote, right? And then you have a permanent fan base, and we don't need the blacks anymore because we ran the numbers up so high with
Hmm.
the 20 million, not 11 million as quoted, the 20 plus million illegal immigrants that we have here, right? They're running up a new fan base,
Hmm.
a new voting base. So we don't even have to depend on the Negroes no more. We don't need y'all niggas no more. We're gonna phase y'all out. We're gonna phase y'all out slowly but surely.
We're the minority now.
Right.
Yeah, we the
They
minority
they
minority.
hated that they were beholden to black folks when it came time to start voting people in. They hated that. They hated it.
Damn, we gotta talk to the niggas for we gotta fuck with the niggas for a minute. Facts. Facts. So now let's talk as far as let's just cover reparations on one last note. Like how do we as a people, right? Because all this other stuff, like I've actually we see the symbolism is not working, right? Right? It's not working. So we need to be a little more proactive. We need to organize like other ethnic groups, right? And for Negroes that are listening, we need to not be divided by political parties anymore, right? But we're not saying, well, don't unregister with this and unregister with that. No, 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 no. We need to have some kind of, and I don't have the answer to this shit, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the answer to this shit, but we need to, as a group, somehow figure this shit out. How we gonna just be like, listen, we're gonna pull behind this time. If it don't work, we're gonna say fuck you. We pulling behind that. I just don't know how to make this shit happen though, because everything is so divided, and we're so divided as a people, and we only standing at 13 to 14%. So our number is not really gonna matter after this next election for the presidency in 2020. Our numbers are not gonna fucking matter. So as black people, we need to pull this shit together right now and say, listen, this is what we gonna do as far as what direction we're gonna lean in, right? We need to start holding these fucking people accountable because a lot of black people lean towards Biden and Harris because of symbolism, right? And this is my personal opinion. This is opinion radio right now. I'm going fucking opinion right now. A lot of people lean Biden and Harris because of symbolism, a black woman, a black this, a black that. We have to open our eyes and look further past the whole symbolism game and the whole we got to look past this shit right now. We got to open our eyes and say, listen, who is actually getting shit done? Who's getting shit done? Right? Because slowly but surely we're gonna be out the game, man, and they're gonna be like, well, fuck y'all. Y'all had how many years we had from the 60s, from
From
say
1960.
right, say we had give it a few years for the smoke to clear, and we got say we had from 70 to 2020 to get our shit together. And we didn't follow the patterns of any other fucking ethnic group as far as saying, listen, we all gonna vote as a whole this way. And if you can't get shit fucking done for us, we're gonna vote you the fuck up out of there. And that's what it be. We never put that shit together. So right now, we gotta understand that if we don't do this shit now, after this next upcoming election, we don't fucking matter anymore. And I hate to sound like Dr. Doom out this motherfucker, but that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Anybody take it over from here.
I'm gonna let the queen go. Go ahead, queen.
That's how I feel. Fuck that. Shit is, you know what I mean? How you feel, Roni? I don't mean to cast the fucking the dark cloud over shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I look at it. Like we gotta make moves now. Like the time for playing games is over. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I always fuck up names. I'm gonna just throw it up there on the screen. I can't. My eyes are all fucked
Well,
up.
honestly, I feel like though it's easy to see that you can't throw out symbolism. It's like throwing out the baby with the bathwater. I mean,
Gotta still
we
keep that, but we need other
we
tangible shit at the end of the day.
we put
Tangibles.
we put our best effort forward to get our person in there, but because we are a minority, our numbers just
Not
ain't
yet.
right.
Not yet.
If you have that strength of people out there actually voting of us,
We got one more
we can
shot.
get our person even on the ticket, and we can't even do that
We
as
got one
a
more
united front. And then once we get there, now we have now we're stuck with two people that we may not even like. We're looking at both their track records of we don't like neither one of them. So maybe that's when the symbolism we have to use it, because then it's like, okay, well, this one or this one, because neither one of my persons are present, but I need to make a decision because I want to vote. So I mean, it has to be half and half. I think we do need to
We'll
get
take
out
the
there.
symbolism, but we've been taking symbolism forever. Is all I'm just saying. And it's not a debate between, this is not a debate because we know we opinion radio over here. So everybody just says they piece.
Of
So it's not a
course,
debate, but
yes.
we've taken enough symbolic shit. All right. Enough of that shit. Let's
We need
get tangible shit. And we need to pull it together and be like, you know what? Listen, we've been trying this shit forever. We've been shooting at it. We've been failing every time. Only people that's winning are people that are getting free shit. I'm gonna keep it a band.
the symbolism isn't for us.
Fuck the
That's how
symbolism. It's not for us. It's not for us. It's for other
it's not
people.
for us. It's just for everybody who's watching to be like, oh, they need that. No,
Fuck
we
them
don't.
niggas. Because them niggas ain't real any fucking way. You know what I'm
So
saying?
the symbolism is not really for us, in my opinion.
Go for it. Is get up in
What's
Ah,
good is let us
there.
know.
Not like I was trying to cut you off. No disrespect.
look,
Mhm.
the fact of the matter is, the first thing that black folks probably need to do is get off of the Democrat plantation and get off the Republican plantation. Get
Do our
off
own thing,
all
man.
of those plantations. If anything, you need to be independent, or black folks need to create their own party, and a party that's going to represent black folks. Now, uh, people can do this. There's plenty of people that could do this, that could back that.
Wealthy, influential motherfuckers.
Right,
Exactly.
right. So that's going to be the first thing. Second thing, we need to stop accepting the placation devices that they put in front of us. Stop accepting a federal holiday. I don't look. Asians just got a bill. Why the fuck is you giving me a federal holiday? I'm going to need a bill like them,
I need
right?
protection. Fuck
And
that.
that should have been the first thing that black folks said. I don't want to fucking like black folks should have been in the office in the government office talking about, no, I don't want this bill. I don't. How about a bill for? Let's not get the federal holiday right now. Let's get a bill for this or that. Let's get more funds to, schools in black neighborhoods. You know what I mean? Let's get
Much
more. Let's
more.
do something else. Why are we just making a federal holiday? And that's the next biggest problem, because what we're talking about is, you're talking about people that are more worried about their career than
Yes.
good for their group, their people, their community. They're more, they care about the money. You see what I'm saying? So
On paper.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You have to understand this, and then understand politics, play the game that they play, and then start our own shit.
Mm.
Facts, facts, facts.
Got to start our own shit. And I think the number one thing is, we can. I think we need to demand reparations. I don't think we should be accepting any more talks. You know what I mean? I don't believe that. I don't believe that anybody should be talking about reparations outside of black folks. And
Facts.
and I mean this with all due respect. Immigrant Africans,
Fuck
uh,
that. Let's
and
keep it real.
white
Keep
folks
it
that
in
are not descendants of slaves, stay out of the conversation. It's not
house.
your business. We need to check people who do that shit. We need to check them, and we need to start controlling our own shit. Once we start controlling our own shit and controlling our own narrative, and stop letting fucking people give us a narrative, we'll be in a lot better position.
Facts, because I saw actually a couple of articles, and I definitely see the article with the young female saying she's an immigrant, but she's saying she doesn't feel that this, that, and the other is necessary. Well, you don't know what's necessary because you're not from here. Your
Mhm.
family's not from here. You don't have generations. You don't got no fucking skin in the game, so you
Right.
have
You
no right
ain't been
talking
our
on
apple
this
pie. You
shit.
haven't, your family, your grandmother, your
You never
grandparents
had
ain't
a
had
fucking
have
apple
been in our
pie
apple pie.
before last year. God damn it! Get the fuck
Absolutely.
out of here.
Like
Never
you,
know what the fuck that means.
you shouldn't.
You got no skin in the game, so they not allowed to talk on this shit. Fuck that.
Yeah, you shouldn't be speaking on anything that. Because the thing is, you know why they say, "Oh no, they don't deserve reparations, or they don't need reparations." You know why? Because they don't get them. You see, if we got reparations, it wouldn't be for them. So no, they don't get that
Exactly.
because they're not benefiting.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's just that. You know what that is? Facts. And you know what? Hold on. Let me give you a and that's facts. They like, no, 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 don't give them. They don't deserve nothing.
Hey,
You
hey,
know
hey.
why? Nigga? Because you ain't getting cut a check when the time comes, motherfucker. So
Right.
now, and let me tell you
And
something. Let me tell you something. And the reason why I said that, and that's no disrespect to nobody, also, but the reason why I said that is this: I could see if they were here saying yes, give it to people,
Mm-hmm.
right? But they're saying no.
Mm-hmm.
You people don't deserve it. And
Right.
that's fucking very
they shouldn't
important.
say
You
yes
gotta
or
understand. Look
no.
at it.
Just
Hold
stay
on,
out of the
hold on,
conversation.
Right.
Let me live. Let me live. Hold on. Hold on. Let me lay my shit out. Let
Okay,
me
go
lay
ahead.
my shit out. Look, you niggas is hating because they not gonna get nothing, right? Not like we ever gonna get nothing, but if the time comes, you not gonna get nothing. And it's not like you need it because, like you say, we don't deserve it, right? Those that
Right.
are entitled to it, that feel they're entitled to it, you don't feel that we deserve it, right?
Mhm.
So good. So if the time ever comes, don't look for it, and that's cool. But you have no right being here on the soil that our people have bled, blood, hung, XYZ, had heinous crimes committed, have towns,
Mhm.
cities, everything destroyed. You do not understand this struggle. So for you to come here on a golden brick road that we laid and say what we don't deserve, that shit is out of line. Fuck
Complete.
out of here with that.
Yeah.
Completely.
Anybody out here saying that, I'm on your ass. Keep that shit to yourself. Fuck you. Fuck out of here. You don't know nothing about the struggle. You don't deserve shit. Don't fucking come here. That's just like me going to Africa and telling these people they don't deserve reparations for the diamonds that were stolen. What the fuck
Right.
kind of shit is that?
Right.
Are you
That's
fucking
them.
retarded? That's fucking pure retardedness. So anybody talking that dumb shit need to get the fuck up out of here and go back home and find the diamond.
The fact of the matter is,
Fuck out of here, man.
I want them to go back. I want
Go
them
the
to
fuck
get
home, man.
reparations. I want
Out
them
of
to
here.
get. I want
Let
all
them
black
get
folks
their shit
to get reparations.
over there. Give us our
Why?
shit over here. Let
Right.
Why do
them
you
get
want
their
them to get reparation
but don't pull up over
No, I
here
want
telling
them
me
to
what
get
I don't
reparations
deserve.
from their own country.
from
Yes,
their own
let them
country?
get their shit
Yeah.
over there.
Yes. Like the South
Oh my
Africans are doing, right? The South Africans are taking back their land, right? They're
Right.
reappropriating the land. I
Mm-hmm.
support that. I want the Nigerians to go to the British and go get their
Take
fucking
their
money.
shit
Now
back.
I want the other towns to go to France and get their money, from Belgium, the Congo, to go to Belgium and get their shit. But
Right.
telling us that we don't deserve shit. We deserve it just like you deserve it. Stop fighting again. They're fighting against the fight. They're going against the whole fight.
And
You
that
should
makes
want
no sense. You come into somebody else's land for
it.
opportunity, but you're going against the fight for those that paved the road for you to fucking get here. It's like you're hustling backwards, motherfuckers. So cut that dumb shit out. Lose that narrative. If anybody out there that's listening, lose that fucking narrative.
So we
Buy
have to
a
fight
fucking return
against,
ticket, motherfucker.
and that means we have to fight against the human races, which are ourselves, our kinmen
Mm-hmm.
We
from
got a whole bunch
different
of
nights, from
enemies. We
different
got
lands and
all
stuff. We
different colors.
Black Americans are the lowest totem pole in all countries,
Right.
and it's ridiculous.
They
Mm-hmm.
try to make it that way.
It's ridiculous. I mean, so nobody will fight for us. We fight for ourselves, and when we do, we get hated on.
Right.
So what's the problem? Who are we supposed? We have to fight for ourselves, and we're gonna fight hard and loud and big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what? We got to stop doing a couple of things, right? We're gonna lay down a couple of commandments right now, right? Big up to everybody watching. Like, share, subscribe. T. Roney Robinson in the building. Izzy High in the house. I'm your host, Ace World. If you joined us late, we're talking the human racists,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
Thank you everybody for joining us. So we talking at this point in the conversation, we talking reparations and those speaking against it that have no right on speaking about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna keep going in on these motherfuckers right now.
Yeah.
Right? You have
If
no
you're
right
not
pulling up
saying
here.
yes to reparations, just don't even
Mm.
talk about it. Keep your opinion to yourself.
Keep your opinion to yourself because, like I said, I can't pull up in the Congo given. Well, I don't think you deserve. Come on, man. Come on, man. Really? Really? That's
Mind
real.
your business.
That's some real dumb shit. So stay away
Mind
from
your
that. Stay
business.
away from
In
that.
your lane.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't want to beat that too much. I don't want to beat that too much. But I mean shit, man. Like in closing, like whew, I tried to make this a power session. You know what I mean? I tried to pack it all into 1 hour and just hit a couple of PowerPoints. Um let's see what we got here in the chat room. Let me just go through the chats real quick. We got Wigga G in the building. Um, let's see who else we got in here that I didn't shout out yet. Of course, we got Helga back in the building. Common law intro. I'm not sure what that means, Helga, but I'm gonna print that up there anyway because she always comes with the deepness. She come with She. Oh man, you got to check out her. Also, my Helga. Bijhout. I'm just trying to spell it. Um, yeah, she comes with all kind of knowledge, information. She's somebody you want to plug up to on Haps.
Cool.
She comes, woo, and she comes with like a lot of scientific type of information and stuff like that, like real deep type of behind the scenes. I can't get too crazy with it. Um, but like we were saying, back onto the topic. Thanks everybody for tuning in and everything. Like, share, subscribe.
Yes.
Um, let's see. Last but not least, topic white supremacy in general, right? Now that we know how to identify it, right? We know what it is. We know how to identify it. We're looking for a black anti-hate crime bill, like a black hate crime bill, right?
Mhm.
We covered the Juneteenth, the reparations. Now we still can cover a little more on that, but we kind of smoothed over a little bit, right? Let's look at the evolution of this whole white supremacy and how it's growing in disguise, like behind the scenes. We're trying to make it appear when you look on TV, like Black Lives Matter type of things, and you see black and whites mixed in the crowd. We know what that was all about. That was all a scam. We seen the people, the women took the money,
Right.
took millions of dollars and quit on the job. That was a whole political rouge. We see what that was all about. That's my own personal opinion. That's not necessarily the opinion of the Sunday Night Smoke podcast. That's me, Ace World, saying my own opinion on this. That's a disclaimer. We seen that that was a bunch of bullshit. They just cashed out, ran, took the money bag and bounced. So as a whole, um, this shit is growing in disguise. Now they are allies in this fight,
Hmm.
right? They're allies with white supremacy that come in black disguises. How do we help identify these motherfuckers now? Because a lot of times we just take something by face value and run with it, but we're not really looking at things under a microscope like we should be. What do you feel on that, Roni? And then we wrap it up with is. How do you feel about that? If you have anything to say at all, if you can just
You
be
mean
like,
like
"I pass." You can pass. You can hit the
like an almond joy,
you can hit the
black
you
on
can hit
the outside, white on the inside.
you can
That's
hit the buzzer if you want. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get
that's
you in trouble with nobody out this motherfucker. You know?
no, I feel it's important to talk about it because we do have a lot of. I feel like everyone is entitled to their opinion, just like we have an opinion show.
Facts.
Everyone is
You make it.
entitled to their opinion. However, when your opinion downgrades and puts cinnamon inside the apple pie, that's when we need to get rid of. Like we need to address you, and that's how we pick these people out. I mean, you're given platforms for a reason. And we've talked about this with, I believe, Brother Shannon in another show, how we didn't want to like say that particular person's name that's someone put in the chat, CO. We'll call her CO. You know,
Yeah.
she gets paid to be represented as a platform. She
Yeah.
gets that attention because that's what they want to run and do, so that that's what it shows for everyone to make everybody complacent. They
Mm-hmm.
don't want to show the real thing that what's out there because now that means you're not eating the apple pie anymore if we show that. But if we have somebody adding cinnamon to the apple pie, they can continue to eat the apple pie because it's now delectable.
Oh,
So yes, I agree with you totally. Izzy, what do you? How do you feel?
go on.
Um,
Wrap it
Look,
up. Take
when it comes
it.
to
Oh,
this system of white supremacy, I think it's don't get me wrong. I think it's good to call people out and
why
call
not?
and call them out on their bullshit, call them out on the racism, call them out on you know them joining the system. Um, but I think we need to do more about more along the lines of actually attacking the system itself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Where do
because
we begin? Where do we begin? Talk to me from your vision. Give me a
I
vision on
mean,
it.
we
Take
have
it
to
from me.
we
Take
have
it
to
from
like
me.
we have to like attack the systems in which like actually form the basis of our lives, right? So we have to go get laws changed if we're gonna work in that aspect. We have to build bigger and better communities. We have to fucking do more policing of ourselves, meaning
Yeah.
move to like create a town, right? Buy out a town. Everybody moves there. Have only black, doctors, only black, police, only black, government officials. You know what I mean? Make
Mm-hmm.
sure these we have to do that, and then we have to worry about ourselves. And if we worry about ourselves first,
Yes.
then we can actually start, moving in a headway in a space where we can actually do some real damage. But the thing is we have to do us, and then come together, be cohesive, and then start running the gamut. Which
Yeah.
means black money, economics. What I mean, lot we need more businesses. We need more doctors, more hospitals. We need more of these things built by us for us. And that's really big for our sisters when we're talking about medical, because
Yes.
because the medical industry is just as deadly to black women as police are deadly to black men. Okay, like this is just what it is, right? So once we have a grasp on getting control over certain things, then we can start making moves into actually destroying the foundations and white supremacy as a whole. But we have to start building within us first.
Nice.
Facts, facts. Listen, we coming up on to 1 hour. This has been a great show. We tried to pack it all in. We didn't want to jam up your whole afternoon. Thank you for joining us. We're gonna start with Roni, and then we're gonna bring it up to you, and then we're gonna roll up out of here. And I'm gonna leave y'all with a little clip just to kind of this was very serious topics. Once again, Roni, you have anything else you want to wrap it up with or thing? Because I'm
Why
gonna
not? Not play
pull
that
back
clip.
up to you. All right, not yet. So I'm a yeah, yeah. So what I'm gonna do right now, right? On the way out, I'm a shout y'all out on the way out. So Roni, social media wise, T Roni in the building once again. My beautiful co-host, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for
T
having the
Roni,
conversation.
social media outlets, anywhere we can reach out to you, contact you, and all that good stuff. Slide in the DMs, whatever.
But yes, I'm on Haps as T Roni Robinson. Name spelled the same. I'm on Twitter, T Roni Robinson, spelled the same way. And I'm also on Facebook and Pinterest as T Roni Robinson, same way.
Thank you, T Roni.
Thank you.
T Roni in the building once again. Thank you for coming in. We shall hopefully catch you next week, Roni. Peace
Yes.
out. Enjoy your Sunday.
Thank
All right,
you.
my man. Big is talk to us is social media wise. How can we hold on, let me get a better picture because I think I'm chopping you up a little bit here. Let me put you once to that attack. Bam, that's a little better. Uh Big is Izzy High. Talk to us. How can we contact you social media? Give us your platforms where we can watch your videos, enjoy your content. Talk to us, big brother.
You can find me, of course, here on Haps, also under Izzy High. You can find me on YouTube, same thing, under Izzy High, Reality Check Virtual Radio. You can find me on Instagram, Izzy High 420, and Twitter. You know what I mean? Find me on Twitter too, Izzy 420 High. All you have to do is just put in Izzy 420. I'll be right at the top. So.
Yeah, facts. Izzy High in the building, everybody. Big brother, thank you. Salute, man. Salute. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. Check out my man Izzy High, keeping it real. It's hot out there. You on that West Coast, right? I'm just shooting the extra shit with you.
Yeah,
That West Coast, that Cali. I see them trees. That's a nice
yeah.
backdrop. That backdrop
California,
looking fucking lovely.
palm trees and umbrellas, baby.
Oh, that's the motherfucking